Hi, Jennifer. Your first question here, you've done most of it correctly. It's just a negative sign that's giving you the wrong answer. So there's more than one way to work this out when you're actually doing your substitution. I don't know if you've tried this before, and I'll just show it to you so that you know how to do it. When you make your substitution here for u equals 2x minus 7, I noticed that from then on you're writing your integral as an indefinite integral and you're putting in your plus c when you actually find the antiderivative. What's probably a better idea is when you do a substitution and it's a definite integral, then what you're going to do is, if let me just see where I can write this. I'll just kind of make a little margin over here. If u is equal to 2x minus u is equal to 2x minus 7, then when x equals 6, which is the upper limit for your integral here, then u will now equal 2 times 6, which is 12, minus 7, which is 5. When x equals 4, u will equal 2 times 4, which is 8, minus 7, which is 1. So now when you're doing your integral, it's easier if you just evaluate it over 1 to 5 for the negative 1 over u squared du. I think that's what you ended up with, isn't it? Did you have a times 2 in there as well? Okay. Anyway, I think you've got a times 2 in there as well that cancels out with that other 2 later on. So if you write it like that, then you can just evaluate it once you've found your integral. So you found your integral as negative 1 over u, and then you don't need to put the plus c because this is a definite integral. So you're just going to evaluate it now over 1 to 5. And so in doing that, you're going to get negative 1 over 5 minus bracket negative 1 over 1, which is negative 1 over 5 plus 1, which is 4/5, like the answer that you said you should get up at the top here. So that's the problem with this one, that it was just a simple negative sign. If you're doing it the way that you did it, that's fine too, but you've got to be careful here just in terms of mathematical form, because you're not taking a definite integral and making it into an indefinite integral. So it really is better to do what I did over here with your interval. When you were doing this, what happened that made your answer incorrect was just that you're missing the negative sign because your actual antiderivative is negative. So when you're subtracting the antiderivative, you want to subtract the negative. That would make that a plus, that's a plus, and then you would have got 4/5 instead of the negative 6/5, okay? Now, this one is interesting because I tried it twice and I got negative 128 over 25, which is kind of interesting because it's not the answer you were asking for. So let's see if we can figure out why that is. It looks to me like you did your integral correctly. You split it up and took the 6 out in front, and you're integrating n to the minus 2, so that would go to n to the minus 1 negative, or divided by negative 1, which is fine. And you're evaluating that over 5 and 1. And then the second part of your integral would be n to the minus 2. Divide that by minus 2 to get rid of your exponent. Okay, so again with your signs, if you want to simplify, this negative and this negative become a positive. Actually, no, you can't do that. Sorry, because you have to evaluate it there. That won't work there. Okay, forget I said that. So just looking at what you've got here, I would maybe write this a little more simply for your integral here, I would put negative 6 over n, and that's over 5 and 1. Sorry, 5 and 1. Minus, plus, yeah, we can do the plus there, okay. 2, the negative 2 is on the bottom, so we would have 1 over 2n squared over 5 and 1. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button with my wrist at the bottom of the page here. Now, if I evaluate this, I think I would rather write it like this. And to do it all together. And what I'm going to get when I put 5 in there is I'm going to get negative 6 over 5 plus 1 over 2 times 5 squared, so 1 over 50. And then I'm going to subtract negative 6 over 1 plus 1 over 2n squared, which is 1 over 2. Okay, that's different than what I got before. There's a factor of 2 in here that I didn't have. Not sure why. Okay, let's carry it forward and see what happens. So if we use a common denominator, I'm going to have to use 50 in the first bracket. So that's going to be negative 60 plus 1. And in the second bracket, I'm going to have negative 11 halves. That's weird. This is not working the way I want it to. Let's keep going, see if I can find my mistake. I think there is a mistake in here because this is not what I got when I tried it before I made the video. So if I have minus 59 over 50 here, then this is going to become minus 55 over 50. That's going to give me a total of 114, negative 114 over 50. Ooh, this is nowhere near what I got before. That's 50, negative 57 over 25. Yuck, that's nowhere near what we should be getting. Okay, something's not right with that one. I'll tell you what. Just so I can save the first video, I'm going to do this one over again and send it to you as a second video. And I will just put a little note in your email not to watch the second example in this one so I don't waste your time. I'll send you a second video.